Welcome back to Game Night. Today we are going to do Everdell, and we're going to do a bit of a playthrough where we don't necessarily explain all the rules. We're just going to get playing and explain as we go. We also have a gardening channel called Canadian Permaculture Legacy. Check that out if you want to see more details about the pond. But if you're here for board games, let's get into Everdell.
Hey guys, this is Keith, this is Jackson, and I'm Trish.
This is a pretty simple worker placement game. We'll just get going, and then we'll explain as we play. There's this meadow section of the board here in the middle. This is where cards for a joined shop will go. Everyone can buy cards from here. Only you can buy cards from your own hand. The deck is here to draw. This tree has workers for the spring season and the summer season and the winter season. Once you run out of your workers, you're going to trigger and enter into the next season. And the interesting thing about Everdell is that actually each player can be in a different season. You just kind of keep going. You don't have to wait for everyone to finish their season. There's the basic level squares here down the middle. These are areas that you can place your worker if you want to take any of those resources. There's 4 basic resources. And then there's also 4 cards that get added to the board, and those make each game completely different. That's kind of where the replayability comes from. So I'm going to take the 3 berry square, and I will take those 3 berries and pass the turn. And now Trish is up.
Well, I have no resources yet. I can't do any of my cards or buy any cards, so I'm also going to place my worker.
And I should just mention, we're not going to play optimally here because we have to try to play a little quick so the video is kind of interesting and it doesn't get bogged down.
Telling you to go faster. Okay, I'm going to go here, which is 2 nectars,
Resin.
2 resin, and 1 wood.
It's always good to collect resources.
2 resin and 1 wood. Good.
Okay, and now Jackson's up.
I will as well take the berry spot.
Okay, and now I'll actually spend my berries, and I'll pick up this shopkeeper here. Okay, and I'm going to put him to my town. I'm going to build my town kind of here so you guys can see it on the overhead. And then I'm going to pay 2 berries and return it back, and my turn's done. Now the shopkeeper makes it so that anytime I play a critter, I get a free berry back.
Okay, I can't put my critter on the same spot that I've already done. You have to pick a different spot. You can't have a critter on the same spot as the other one. So I need more wood. So I'm going to go to the spot that is 3 twigs. I'm going to spend my berries and as well buy the shopkeeper.
Oh, there's another shopkeeper. Okay, I'm going to take this one, discard up to 3 cards, and I will discard 2. They go face down here, and I can take any resources. I'll actually take 2 stones because they're kind of the more rare resource, and I'm done. That's all for my workers. Now, once I run out of stuff to do, I'm going to enter into the next season.
All right, so I'm going to build something from my hand. I have a farm, so I'm going to build this, and when I build it, it is 2 twigs and 1 resin, and I gain a berry for building that farm. Okay, so I'm going to build my little city over here. And with the farm, there's cards that you can actually, when you build a building, you can actually get free critters. So the free critters for my card would be a husband or a wife. So I'm going to wait for a husband or a wife to come up, or maybe I have one in my hand.
Yeah, so at the top corner of the farm, you'll see that it costs 2 wood and 1 resin. That's the construction cost for any of the cards. At the bottom corner of the farm, you'll also see that every single building will allow you to build a worker for free and bypass their cost. For my shopkeeper, if you look at this shopkeeper that I'll put up, the shopkeeper can actually be made for free with a general store, and then I wouldn't have had to pay the 2 berries. So ideally, you're going to build the buildings first, and then you'll get the workers for free, but sometimes a worker's good enough that you want to race and try to grab them up.
And I'm going to discard school, the wife, and the general store.
Okay, so Jackson's taking the one where you can discard any number of cards, and then you can draw any number of resources. So he's taking 3 berries.
I took 1 stone, 1 berry, and 1 nectar.
Okay, so for my turn, I'll turn in my stone, and I'll pick up this crane.
Okay, so it's my turn again. I have 2 twigs left and 1 resin. So the only thing that I can actually build or do right now is to build another farm from the board. And because it's a common construction, I'm actually able to build as many of them as I want. So there's common constructions and unique constructions. You can only build unique once, but common you can build as many as you want. So I'm going to take another farm and pay my 2 twigs and my resin.
Okay, and I think when Trish built her first farm, she should have actually triggered the green effect.
Oh, and the berries, right.
So every single building will be a certain type. The green ones will actually trigger as you play them. And then also at the end of your spring season and at the end of your autumn season as well. So you'll get 3 triggers out of all of the green cards.
All right, you're up, kid.
All right, Jackson's out.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 berries and build a historian. And because of my shopkeeper, I gain one berry because I just placed a tree.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, you're up. You're the one that was rushing us. Let's go. Not optimal playing here.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to actually sacrifice my crane. And the crane says, when playing a construction, you may discard this crane to discount it by 3. So I'm going to play a courthouse. And I'm going to discount it by 1 wood, 1 resin, and 1 stone. And then I'll play my extra stone, and I will get that courthouse. And now, whenever I play a construction card, I can get 1 resource of my type, of my choice. And Trish is up.
Okay. I think I'm going to pass. So I'm going to move into the next season because I only have 2 berries left. So I'm going to move into... I guess it would be ending the spring or moving into the spring. I'm moving into the spring.
Starting winter.
Got it. So I'm moving into the spring, and that means that I trigger all my green. So I actually gain 2 more berries.
Okay, so first thing, you actually pull all your workers back.
Right. All my workers.
Because that doesn't matter now, but it may matter. And then you trigger
2
all your green.
berries, and then I get another worker.
Now she triggers the greens because that's what it says here. So this will be what it says. This will be what you trigger in each season. In the summertime, you won't actually get your greens trigger. You'll get 2 cards from the meadow. Okay, so now Jackson's up.
Okay, I'm going to spend my nectar and my stone, and I will build a resin refinery.
Okay. And what does that do, Jackson?
And it's a green, and I gain 1 nectar.
Well, and then your historian should trigger as well.
Yeah, and then my historian says after I place a critter or construction, I draw 1 card.
Okay, and then I'll trigger the end of my season. I pull my workers back. I trigger all my green cards, which I have none. And then I get my worker, and I'm ready to go for the summer. Trish is up.
Okay. All right. Optimal playing here. Ah. It's hard because I need to read the cards. Okay, so I'm going to place my critter somewhere. I just don't have any idea where. I really wish there was something with more stone. The only one we have for stone is this one here, and all you get is 1 stone.
There's this 2, so 2 cards in any of 1 wild. And then there's this one you can discard cards to get resources of your choice.
Okay, I'll go here, and I'll draw 2 cards. Okay, you're up, Jackson.
Okay, so I'm going to pass, and I'm going to head into the spring. So I get 1 worker, 2 back, and all my greens go, so now I get 1 nectar.
Okay, so you've pretty much seen most of the game. This is as simple as the game is. The only things to add now is that as you start collecting some of your town cards, you're going to get different types. And during your turn, if you qualify for any of these ones, you can actually pick these up. You can place your worker, and if you say have 4 green cards, you can actually take this, and this is 3 points at the end of the game. And that's this icon here is the coin icon, and that means points. So on each card also has a point icon, and most points at the end of the game will win. The last thing is that there's these top cards at the top of the tree, and these ones are kind of the same thing, first come, first serve, but you have to meet a certain condition. So this one here, for example, is if you have the judge or the queen, you can actually pick that up, you get 3 points, and it'll trigger all your green cards. Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn, so I'll snap up this 2 resin and 1 wood square. And Trish is up.
Okay. I am also going to go on the forest square, which is 2 resin and 1 twig. Okay. You're up, Jackson.
Okay, I'm going to go on to this forest square, which is 2 cards and 1 of any resource.
And I'm not sure if we explained or not, but as you can see, Jackson is your drawing cards, Jackson.
Yes.
So you can actually only have up to 8 cards in your hand, and if you have 8 cards in your hand, and it says to draw a card, or someone makes you draw a card, or whatever the case may be that you need to pick up another card, you actually don't get it. So it draws and goes immediately into the discard pile. You don't even get to like pick if you would rather keep that card over one of the ones you have in your hand. It goes immediately into the discard. So when you're playing, just keep that in mind. 8 cards.
Okay, you're up.
Oh, I'm up.
So all I did was took the 2 wood, draw a card square.
Okay. I need more wood. So I'm going to the wood. 3 twigs, please. You're in my way. All right, go.
I'm going to go to the discard up to 3 cards and then get that many of any resource, the amount that you discarded. So I will discard 3. 1 stone, a wood, and a berry.
Okay, and I did my turn, so Trish can do hers, and I'll explain what I did. So I spent 2 wood and a resin to buy a farm. Because of my courthouse, when I play a farm, I get a material back. I took stone back, and then the farm also triggers because it's a green card, giving me a berry back. So that's this berry and this stone here, and that's my turn.
Okay, I think I'm going to buy something on the board. I have lots of berries. So I think I'm going to buy the barge toad. So the barge toad is gain 2 wood for each farm in my city. So I get to gain 2 extra twigs, which is great.
2 for each, right?
Oh, 2
You
for
get
each.
4.
That's 4. Look at that.
Right in the four.
And I need to pay for that card, so 2 berries. And that's my turn.
Okay, so now I will actually get this chip sweep for free.
What does he do?
Fill that up.
Okay, so Jackson has a resin refinery, which actually lets him build the chip sweep for free.
Yeah, so because of that building, I can actually pick up this chip sweep for free. And then because of my shopkeeper, when I build the critter, I get a berry. And this chip sweep that I got, I can activate 1 green in my city, and I will get 1 nectar.
Okay. And then did you draw for your historian as well?
Oh, yes.
So this is the other thing about this game. It's really important that you go through all your cards and just double check that you're getting all your benefits, because you definitely want them. Okay, so my farm, you know what? I will actually scoop up this mine. This just popped up and I don't want anyone else to get it. So I will get 1 stone from the mine, and then when I build the mine, I get a resource. And whenever you buy a card, you immediately replace it, so you can actually look and see what popped up, so you can determine whether or not you want to buy that thing or what resource I want to get. Because I get something for free, I get a free material for my courthouse, so maybe I'll take a resin. Actually, you know what? There's this square here that gives 2 resin. I think I'll take another stone. They're kind of hard to get.
Looking at my cards for.
All right, you're
It
up.
looks like you have 8 cards.
Looking at my cards. Okay. I'm going to play a fairgrounds, and when I play it, I get to draw 2 cards, and it's also worth 3 points at the end of the game. And so, like I said, the fairgrounds is actually draw 2 cards. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's great. So I can draw 2 cards. Hopefully they're better than what I have in my hands because I feel like I'm not doing so great.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Jax is up.
Okay, I will place this wanderer. Spend 2 berries. And I draw 2 cards.
Now, this is a good time to explain. Your city that you're building can only be 15 cards large. However, the Wanderer actually doesn't count towards that. It's one of his abilities. So he actually can kind of pop up on top of the city and not count towards the 15.
And now, because I built a critter, I get 1 card because of my historian, and 1 berry because of my shopkeeper.
Good. Okay, now because of my farm, I can actually build a husband for free.
Where'd you get the husband?
And the husband will be a critter that will give me a berry from my shopkeeper.
I need a husband so bad.
Now the husband, when he comes into play, says I can gain any food if it's paired with a wife, and I have a farm. Unfortunately, I don't have a wife yet.
Okay.
Trish is up.
Oh my goodness. All I have in my resource pile is twigs and berries. What am I going to do? I have 2 berries,
Oh, and
lots of wood.
I should also mention that there's these little shield tokens, and when you do build a critter for free from one of your buildings, it should go on that because you can only do that 1 time. So can everyone just look and see if they did a critter for free? And if they
I did not.
cover up one of those.
No critters for free yet for me. I'll take the peddler for 2 berries. Thank you. And at the end of the game, he's worth a measly 1 point. All right, I'm done. Go. Oh, do I do this now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to trade 2 wood for 2 stones. How'd you know?
Oh, I just figured.
All right.
I'm going to place my trigger on discard up to 3 cards and then gain that many of resources.
While Jackson does that, I'm going to pick up a Wanderer of my own and draw 1, 2, 3 cards and turn in 2 berries, but then I get 1 back for my shopkeeper.
I honestly have no idea what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to play a card from my hand. It's called Clock Tower. And when I play it, I place 3 points on it. And at the beginning of preparing for the season, I may place 1 point from here to activate one of the basic forest locations where I have a worker deployed.
So you can copy any of the basic ones or the forest ones.
Thanks.
Or you just don't do it, and it's worth 3 points at the end of the game.
And it costs 3 wood and 1 stone.
Hey, Jackson's up.
Okay, I will build this ruin. It actually does not cost anything, but I destroy 1 construction for my city, and I gain that amount of resources, and I draw 2 cards. So I'm going to destroy my resin refinery, and because of it, I get 1 nectar and 1 stone, and I draw 2 cards.
Okay, so on my turn, I am going to play a judge, and I can play him for free because I have a courthouse. And because he's a critter, my shopkeeper gives me a berry. And it says when I play a critter or a construction, I can replace one of the resources with any other type. Makes it a little more easier for me to be able to build stuff. And Trisha's up.
I honestly think I'm done with the spring, to be honest with you. It's been a rough spring. I'm moving into the summer.
You're red,
So
right?
I'm pulling back all my squirrels. And I got an extra squirrel now, so I have 4 squirrels moving into the summer.
Okay, and then you also draw 2 cards from the meadow.
Ooh.
So anything that you want just for yourself.
I'm gonna do the lookout. Oh, wait a second. Just wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only get to keep one of them. Okay, okay.
So keep the one you want and then try to get rid of the one that you don't want other people to have.
Okay, I'm gonna take the lookout. I'm actually gonna get rid of the lookout and take the mine.
Okay, I'm going to build the palace. I'm
Oh,
going
the
to spend,
palace.
2 wood, 3 nectar, and 3 stone.
How did you get all that stuff?
It was from that pile.
Wow.
And that gives me 1 point for each unique construction in my city.
And it's worth 4 points also on the face of the card at the end of the game. It's a really good card.
And I have a queen, so I actually want the palace, but
Oh,
Jackson took it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to take the 3 wood, and that's it.
okay. I'm gonna take my squirrel and head to the forest. And
No,
I'm
just like the
doing
palace.
2 resin and 1 twig. Building
Okay.
up my resources.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to place another wanderer, and because it's a common critter, I can place multiple of them. And that costs 2 berries, and I draw 3 berries.
And you get a berry back
And
for the
another
shopkeeper.
card. And another card because of my historian.
Okay, so I'm up. I'll build a theater for 3 wood, 1 stone, and my judge will discount it.
Oh.
Or sorry, my judge will turn the extra resin into a wood. And then I will take a stone back from my courthouse, and I'm done.
Okay. Are you still in spring?
No, you want that? You want that space?
Yeah, I want that forest space.
You can't take that.
Oh yeah, you can't. Is that what
Did
you
you
did?
just do it?
No, I did a long time ago.
Oh.
Okay, so we actually made a mistake here. I didn't catch it. But Jackson has 2 guys on the same square, and you actually can't do that. So we'll let it go for now, but and I'll edit in at the spot where I think it happened. But just rules clarification: you can't have 2 guys on the same node.
That's why I can't go there. Oh. Okay. Oh man, I don't even know what I'm gonna do now then. I guess I'll put my guy on the 2 resin.
Jackson's up.
I'm going to place this peddler for free because I have a ruin. And that says you may pay up to 2 resources to get an equal amount of resources. I will spend my berry or a stone.
Okay, so I think I'm done.
Are you still in spring?
No, you know what? I'm gonna buy a dungeon. I am
we're-
still in
we're
spring.
both in spring.
Oh.
So 2 stone, and my judge will turn this wood into a resin, and I will build a dungeon. And when I build it, I get a stone from my courthouse, and I'm done.
Can you replace the card, please?
Wait, he's not even impacting me.
What are the things? Is there anything I can put my thing on for points? What about, do I need,
Down
I
here.
need 4 green things?
Down here's
Yeah.
all the
Is
Do
it
you have
4?
4?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can take this
I'm
one.
gonna scoop it. Thank you. So I took this 3-pointer card. If I have 3 plant green cards, I can take this and claim it with my squirrel. Sorry, 4 for 3 points. 4 for 3 points.
Alright, Jackson's up.
Okay, I will pass. I take my worker because I'm now entering summer. So that,
Oh my god.
and I draw 2 cards from the meadow.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
Okay. 7.
So many.
I will take the monk and I will.
Husband.
Peddler and a teacher.
Ugh.
Okay, so because I have the dungeon, I'll pick up the ranger for free. The ranger unlocks the second spot in the dungeon, and because he's a critter, my shopkeeper gives me a berry, and I'm done.
I'm gonna put my die on that discard cards and replace this so I can see. And I'm getting rid of. How many cards can I get?
Up to 3.
3.
3.
Starting to get dark. We're losing the sunlight. We maybe should have
Getting
played
rid of 3
inside.
cards. Hopefully you can still see us.
Yeah, we're gonna scramble here.
Okay, and I want 3 stones. They're really hard to get.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Jackson, you're up. Quick. It's not about who wins the game.
I will take this spot because I have 3 of the gray.
3 of the what?
3 of the gray cards, so I get 3 points.
Oh, 3 of like the little bag grade card. Yeah, it's like a little bag on a stick.
Okay, and I will play. What was I doing? My queen. So I can send my wanderer, since he's pretty much done his job, and I will, sorry buddy, send him into the dungeon. And that reduces the cost by 3 for my queen.
Why don't you send that down to the dungeon? It's free space.
So I pay 2 for my queen, and then I get 1 berry back.
Yeah, why did you put the wanderer under the dungeon? I'm confused. If like he's
Well,
a free
he's
he's a free
Well,
guy.
because everyone else
But
is pretty.
he doesn't take a spot.
I mean,
Is
okay,
it
you know
'cause
what?
Is it because he's only worth 1?
I'll listen to you guys, and I'm gonna change that and put my shopkeeper into the dungeon.
Yeah, like they're both worth the same amount of points.
Now, because I did the shopkeeper, I don't get that berry back now. But the shopkeeper did a pretty good job. But yeah, you're right, because that actually saves up
An extra
an
spot
extra
for
slot
extra
in my
points.
city. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so my turn.
Thanks for helping me out.
You're welcome. I'm going to be playing my castle. So I don't have a king yet, but I will play the building. And it's 2 twig, 3 resin, and 3 stone. It is expensive.
All right, Jackson's up.
Okay, what are you doing?
Here. And I will discard.
So as Jackson's discarding, I'm gonna do my turn, and I'm gonna pull my guys back and enter into the summer. And then I draw 2 cards. So what do I want? I don't know if I want any of this. I mean, I could get a postal pigeon and throw it into the dungeon later. That could be an idea.
I love that. Let's throw that postal pigeon right into the dungeon.
You know what? I'll just take a teacher, I guess.
Why not?
Why not? Gotta love the teacher.
Oh, I love this. What cards are we getting?
Support the teacher. The university, that is a beautiful card. And a postal pigeon.
And what is the critter that matches with the university?
Doctor.
Doctor. Okay. Okay, my turn. I am going to build another building. I have a mine, and the mine is exactly the amount of resources I have left, which made my decision easy. It's 1 twig, 1 resin, 1 stone. It's worth 2 points at the end of the game, and right now I gain a stone, so I'm actually just going to keep the stone I have and just put back the resources that I paid for it. You're up.
I will go here. 2 cards.
How many cards do you have in your hand? Yeah, you're fine. What you thinking about?
Me? Are you done?
Yeah.
Oh, you're done?
I just need to get a razor.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking that I want that university because I actually have the doctor. And I could take resources, but that allows them to maybe buy it. So I'm thinking I might quickly send someone into the dungeon instead. But I kind of like all my people. But you know what? I can't lose anyone else. I've got to send the ranger into the dungeon.
How many can you put in the dungeon?
2. So 1 and then 2 because I have the ranger. So now I freed that up. This reduces the cost of the building by 3, which is exactly what I need for the university.
You didn't put the ranger underneath, you put the wanderer.
The wanderer. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm going to slightly change that.
How did you get the university? I'm confused. What did you...
I'm going to slightly change that, actually.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm still going to take the university, but instead, I'm going to use my queen. I can play a card worth up to 3 for free.
Oh, wow. How are you going to get it with the dungeon?
The dungeon reduces the cost by 3,
Oh, got it. Yeah.
which
Okay.
makes it's 2 stone and 1 resin.
Okay.
Um,
So on my turn, I have the mine that I built last turn, and the critter that actually matches with this one is called the miner mole, and I actually have one in my hand, so I get to play it for free. So I will do that, and its ability is copy 1 green card in an opponent's city. So I'm going to gain a stone, then I'm going to copy your mine.
Now, one thing I forgot when I played my ranger for free for my dungeon is I forgot to do that.
Cover it up so that you know that you've already activated your free critter.
You can see how easy it is to actually forget to do some of this stuff.
For sure. All right, I'm done. You're up, Jackson.
I will go here to wood and draw a card.
I feel like I'm super behind. Like I need to start buying cards with like lots of points or something. Because
And he stole my queen. I stole his palace.
I'm going to play my
Oh.
doctor for free.
what does it do?
University. So the doctor is just 4 points. I can throw this food away if I want for a point each, but you know what? I actually think I'm going to need to use that for my postal pigeon, so I'm going to not do that. Just 4 pointers. Nice big fat doctor. And then he's a green, so he'll trigger now, but he'll also trigger at the end of the season, or at the end of,
Start of next week.
start of the next season.
I don't think there's anything left for me to do. So I think I have to move into the next season, which is autumn? Yeah, I'm moving into autumn.
All your greens activate and you get 2.
Okay, so my 2 farms, I gain 2 berries. Can you pass me 2 berries? I gain 4 wood. I draw 2 cards. And I only have 2, so that's awesome. I may pay up to 2 resource. Maybe I'll do 2 wood for 2 resin. And then I gain a stone with my mine. And then I get to copy someone. So, okay, so I'm going to actually copy Jackson's chip sweep. And it activates another green in a different city. So I can go back to my own city and actually activate my barge toad. So I'm gaining 4 wood. Awesome.
All the way. Not
Okay.
sustainable.
All right, so,
Unsustainable.
and to mention, I now have 6 little squirrels this round. So hopefully I can make some difference here.
Pull that one guy off that thing so you don't think that he's spent.
Okay, I'm going to place my Evertree. 3 wood.
Wow, that's another big one.
5-pointer.
6.
Right. So this one is an Evertree. It's 5 points. And for each little flower icon card, he actually gets another point. So right now he has the palace, so that card's worth 6 right now at the end of the Whew.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up this city monument and get 3 points because I have the judge, the dungeon, and the courthouse.
I think I'm gonna lay a courthouse.
Okay, I'll play a postal pigeon for 2 berries and reveal 2 cards. And I can play one for free
Oh,
that costs up to 2, that's worth up to 2, and I might as well just go for points.
okay. I need cards. I need cards bad. So I'm gonna take my squirrel and I'm gonna go here, 2 cards and anything of my choice. And I think I'm gonna go with resin. I'm gonna go with stone. Oh,
Okay, Jackson's up.
I'm going to go here. Discard 30. And then throw up 3 resources. I'll get 1 of each. And your turn.
Okay, I will throw my postal pigeon into the dungeon.
you can only fit 2?
Yeah, I didn't end up putting my wanderer in there.
He used his queen to.
And that drops the cost of something by 3, and I think I'll do the storehouse. And when I play the storehouse, I can put 3, you know what, I'll put 2 berries on it. I can put 3 wood, 2 resin, 1 stone, or 2 berries on it, and then I can put a worker onto it to collect it at another time.
I think I'm gonna get 3 berries. So I'm headed to the forest to pick some berries.
Yeah, I'll go to the monastery. It's 1 of each.
What does the monastery do?
You put a worker there to give two random, like any, 2 of any resource to an opponent to gain 4 bucks.
Cool.
And the worker stays there permanently.
And it's worth 1 point.
My worker on university, and I will get rid of my wanderer.
What does that do going on the university?
The university lets me trade it in for what its resources were and get $1 back. So actually I'm going to do that on my ranger now that the ranger is used. I'll do that instead. Trish is up. Now even though my ranger unlocks my second dungeon slot, because the dungeon slot's already used up, then it's actually still okay.
I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna gain 2 cards.
And a point.
Oh.
Alright, Jackson's up.
I'm gonna go for this spot. 2 cards is 1 random resource.
Ooh.
I'm going to take this because I have a judge right there. So this lets me activate all my production. So I am going to get a farm, the mine, the husband I can't do. I will do the storehouse, and then I'll do the doctor, and I'll throw all 3 for 3 points.
Okay, I'm gonna go at the one where I discard. I'm gonna discard these 3. Alright, well, I'll take 2 resin and 1 stone.
Okay, Jackson's up.
I will put my worker here, because it's an open spot. You can put as many workers there. 2 cards and a pen.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard that, but see these circles on the board, if they're closed in circles, then you actually can't, only one person can occupy that square. If they're an open circle, then any number of people can occupy the same square. Okay, and I will end my turn and pull my guys back. And then I trigger let everyone, and then I trigger my production again. So I get a farm, the mine. Okay, so I'll put 2 res in there. I wanted to collect that, but I should have saved one of my workers because I wanted to trigger the doctor again. I'll trigger him now and only do 1. It's too bad. Poor planning. Alright, you're up.
Hi, Lucy. My big girl.
Alright, so we're all almost done the game.
Hopefully you can still see us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play my cemetery. Unfortunately, it's worth 0 points in the game, but it's actually really, really cool. It has a really cool ability, which I'm hoping will be able to get me some more points. It's reveal 4 cards from the deck, 4 cards from the deck or the discard pile, and play 1 card for free and discard the others.
Now, the interesting thing about the cemetery, I think, don't the workers go there permanently?
Oh, yes, but because this is my last round anyways, it really doesn't matter. So it's actually a good time to play the cemetery. And other people can't. It's actually closed for other people. There are cards like this that say open, and other people can put their critters on your card, but this one actually is just free.
They have to pay you a point to do it, though.
Yes. Okay, so I'm done.
I just think the flavor of the cemetery is kind of cool.
You go to the cemetery.
You send your little hedgehogs to the grave. Bury them.
And they don't come back.
Alright, you're out, Jackson.
Okay, because I have the palace, I get to place this queen for free.
Oh, you got the queen. There you go.
Don't be looking at my resources.
I'm just looking at this. And then my shopkeeper, because of that, I get a berry and a card from my inventory.
You gotta keep those grubby hands over there.
What? No good.
I need cards. You know what? I'm just going to take my worker and slide into that one as well. Grab a point and draw 2 cards.
Alright, my turn. I am going to go to my cemetery. This poor little squirrel, but it's the last round, so I don't need the squirrel back anyways. So I'm going to reveal cards from the deck, actually. I put some stuff in the discard that I don't want. 4. And I get to keep 1. None of them are actually very good. The one I'm keeping is the inn, and I get to play it for free. And the good thing about the inn is that I can play a critter or a construction from the meadow for 3 fewer resources. Are those the 3? Yeah. These 3 get discarded.
Okay, I will claim this little advancement thing. It gives $9, 9 points, and you can only claim it if you have 2 of each little symbol. So 2 bear paws, 2 trees, and so on.
Okay. I'll play on my queen and I'll build a post office for free. And then because of my courthouse, I will take a resin.
There's not really much on the board and there's not much in my hand, so I think I'm going back to the cemetery.
No, you can't. It's locked.
Oh, why is it locked?
Oh, you need an undertaker.
Oh, I need an undertaker. Well, that's no good. Oh, man. Okay, hold on a second. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to the inn, I guess, and get something free cheaper from the meadow, and I'll go with the post office. I think it's the most points. Or actually, hold on. What's this? I'm actually going to go with the wood carver. That's what I'm going to go with.
Do you get something from it?
Oh, I have to do it now, actually, don't I? You may pay up to 3 wood to gain 1 point each. So,
Okay, so Jackson, why don't you go while she decides if you can do that or not?
I think I'll pay 3. I don't know if it's worth it, though, is it? It might be the winning point. So, you know what? I'm going to do it. 3 wood for 1 point. Why
No,
not?
3. 3 wood for 3. 1 each.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. So I don't actually have to pay 3 wood. I can actually pick what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Turn it all to points.
I'll do it. So that's actually not too bad, actually. It's better than I thought. So that card ended up being a 5-point card.
And so what I did while she was talking, I put my turtle on my queen, and I built my feeder for free.
Okay.
And the feeder is actually really cool because it's 1 point for each unique critter that you have in your city.
This is worth 7 points for me.
Yeah.
So my
Good.
post office was my last paw. I don't know what this is called exactly, but the bear paw. It's my last one, so I'm gonna grab that boat up.
I think I'm going to do the architect that's in my hand. And he's 2 points at the end of the game. He costs 4 berries, so he's kind of expensive. But for each of my unused resin or stone, it's worth 1 point each. So he might help me at the end of the game, even a point here, a point there.
Once at the end of the game, I'm going to discard 5 of my cards and get 5 points if you miss. So the amount of points you get, you have to discard cards equal to that.
So this track only opens up in the autumn, in the last round, and you can trade your cards for points. While Jackson decides what he's going to do there, I'm going to use my post office. Give an opponent 2 cards. So I'll give Trish 2 farms. And then I draw up to my hand limit. So I'll draw 6. These are all terrible.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this might be my last card that I can play. But it might. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do the common construction, which is the post office. And that's my last building because I'm not sure if you mentioned this or not, but you can only have 15 cards in your city. Once you're done your 15 cards, you can keep playing if you can possibly get more points, but I can't play any more cards.
Okay, I'm using my postal pigeon, spend 2 berries, last ditch effort. I cover 2 cards, and I got to spend 1 of them.
So reveal 2 cards, and you get one that's worth 3 points or less for free. And Jackson's up to 11 cards in his city. Okay.
This is just 2 points, right?
Yep.
This is 1 point, but it gives me another berry. I get another berry upon that, so now I'll have 2 berries and 1 card. So maybe I'd get another critter that's worth.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Here's my general score.
Yeah, we're kind of melding into each other's cities.
Last ditch effort to get some points.
Okay, so I'm actually going to build a crane for 1 wood, or 1 stone, sorry. And then I'm going to get a stone back, I guess, for my courthouse, and I'm done.
Oh, I could get the historian for free, but I have no room for him. So, I actually think I might be done. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay.
So,
Jackson's up.
hopefully I have enough points.
That is. What can I do with 2 berries and
Are you out of workers as well?
yeah, I don't know.
Jackson's
You're
out
not
as
done?
well.
Wait, I think I
Wait.
might. Yeah, no way I can get stone.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
1 berry.
So Jackson's out, so I just keep going. So I'll take these 2 spots, discard 7 cards for 7 points.
Oh wait, I was not over.
And then I could do something else.
I
What
was
could I
not even
do?
over.
What did you do?
I could have got bark from here.
Well, get it. Well, how do you, yeah, you get it. So,
Yeah.
like, he didn't realize that he could actually get this. But
Okay.
it does,
Put that in here.
That's
but
fine.
does it actually count as a point?
Yeah, 'cause
He
I
can discard his extra cards.
Right.
So I
Perfect.
get 3 from it.
That's fine. I mean, we're trying, it's hard to see
We're
the
just going
cards
quick.
and
Yeah, and then I'll just build another mine just for 2 points. It gives me a.
that it was in
Oh wait,
the
I can
meadow.
get the monk.
Oh, okay.
Does that even do
I think
anything?
that's it though, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
give
6,
up
7.
to 2. give up to 2 berries, and I have 1 berry.
All right, so this is
To
his.
somebody?
Yeah, and I get
This is
2
his
each,
15th
so
card.
you can have that
No,
berry.
you can't give it to mommy. You have to give it to me
Why?
I do.
because you're not in the game still.
So
Oh.
you get that, and I get 2 points from it.
Okay, that's good.
I can't do anything with it
Wait, am I
anyway.
filled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is my first game actually not ending on fill. It's because I have
Oh,
2
really?
wanders
Yeah, yeah.
and 2.
No, you have
And
15
problem-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
No, 14.
15.
Some of the stuff that I discarded,
Wait.
but
When
What?
I
fine.
placed the board, I would have gotten an extra critter, or I would have gotten an extra berry, so I could have gotten an extra 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
okay. So I think that's it.
Okay, so we
Oh.
counted up.
So yeah, now we just count up our points. So our
Okay.
tokens, the points on the cards, and make sure that you're watching for points like the theater, 1 for each unique critter in your city. You have the Evertree, 1 for each of those point cards in your city, and we'll count these up and
Okay.
get back.
So we've got the farm. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17, 19. Cemetery's worth nothing. 21, 23, 25, 27. Then I've got 30, 33, 34. And then I have my castle, which is 1 point for each common construction. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 39. And then this guy is worth 4 extra points. So I have 43 points. That's it for me.
So with money, 13, plus this card and this advancement is another 12, so it's 25, 27, 28, 30, 32, 37, 38, wait, yeah, 40, 43, 44, 45, 46, 50, 52 with cards. Then palace, 1 for each unique construction. So 50, 53, 54, 55, 56. Then the Evertree, 1 for each other flower in your city. So 50, wait, what was I at?
56.
57, 58, 59. Then the theater, 1 for each unique critter.
Good 59.
60, 61, 62, 63, and 64.
Okay, so
Great
Jackson has 64.
Wow, great game, Jack.
Okay, so that's 10, 19, 22, 24, 5, 7, 9, 32, 3, 4, 5, 8, 40, 40, 50, 56, and then what else do I have? 1 for each unique critter. So 56, 57, 58, 59, and is that it? So 59. So Jackson wins 64, 59,
43.
43.
Thanks for joining us.
On game night.
Do it again.
So you say on.
Okay.
I'll say game night.
Okay.
And then I'll say from there.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys, on
Game night.
That was terrible. Do it again.
Game
Okay.
night.
All right. Thanks for.
You say something after I say game night, and then I can add it in, okay? 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 He's gonna add to bloopers.
Thanks for joining us on
Game night.